we have been successful in hatching these eggs. Look at their tiny little tiny feet. Just one of the craziest invasives we have here. Wait for a bug and whack. Look at this big mean boy. This is one of the most beautiful veiled chameleons I've seen. All right, we got one. Let's see if this little girl wants one here. Oh, vicious. Tiki and Kiwi are two day geckos. We actually fed him in the back there already. You could see him crunching down on a super worm. It is gecko feeding time, and guys, the eggs have hatched. If you guys clicked on this video, you might have seen the previous video where we had some mystery eggs, and now they have hatched. They are geckos, I can tell you that much, and we have to go see them soon. But first, we're feeding these guys. Kiwi is the girl, and Tiki is the boy in the back. Come on, good boy. Oh, yep. She said, I love super worms. We're teasing him a bit. Oh, there we go. Look at that. He is just a beast. Tiki and Kiwi, the geckos, they're in this naturalistic setup. I have to clean the water a little bit. There's some algae down there. But look how beautiful this setup is. Just all these natural plants. The moss is growing in here. Totally amazing to look at and so cool to have in my room. But let's go check out the little babies that just hatched. Oh my goodness. This is so crazy, guys. Look at all of these perfect little babies. Now this guy, there is one guy who has lost his tail, but they're just tiny. We got a couple on the roof too, but you guys probably can't see them too well. Maybe you can see them from this guy. Oh, a couple have lost their tails, and I don't know why. Maybe the other ones have eaten it. I don't know, but they have to be removed from this little enclosure here, and then we're gonna check on some of the other eggs to see if they're okay. But let's open this up. We have been successful in hatching these eggs. We've got to set up a new little box here, so I just have a simple shoe box. It's one of these plastic shoe box things you get at a container store. These guys don't need too much right now, but we are gonna have to go get them some food. I think some flightless fruit flies will be small enough for them to eat, but I honestly have no idea. I've never worked with these guys before, and these are actually invasive to South Florida. You would think that this gecko that you see everywhere around your house, that house, this house, his house, your mom's house, everybody's house has got these guys around here, but they're invasive. They're not from here. Look at their tiny little tiny feet there on the top. Let's see if we can flip this. Now these guys are gonna be escape artists, I am sure. So we're gonna have to be really careful here. On my hand. Nope, nope, nope. Get off me, get off me. I don't want them to just escape. They're so fragile. Look at all of these little guys. I don't see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we do have 6. Look at these guys. Now, I don't think they can push through the crack on this, but they might be able to. We've got one guy trying right here, and we're gonna find out right now if he can get through. But look at them going around. They've got these tiny, fragile little tails, and actually 4 of them are missing tails. 2 of them have intact tails. They're so thin, they almost look like a little worm. Almost positive that these little guys have cannibalized on each other and eaten the other one's tails, probably because they were so hungry after coming out of that shell. Now, partially my fault, but I can't really keep them separated. So these guys, I'm sorry that you guys are just crazy. You got some crazy brothers and sisters. But you know what I want to do, guys? We're going to have to run to the store right now. These guys need some water, and they also need some food. So let's go to the store.
1 hour later.
Oh my goodness, what do we got now? After a long trip, we had to go all the way to the store, and now we're back. But look at this. We've got our fruit flies. But if you guys are fans of the channel, subscribers of the channel, you would know that our big boy Maverick had a skin infection recently, and look how much better it's gotten. This up here is what it looked like originally once he was first shaved down and before the antibiotics treatment and everything that we've been doing for him. If you guys want to see that video, go check it out after this. I wanted to update you guys because I know you guys care about Maverick so much. I wanted to update you with how he's doing. It's okay, buddy. I know it's a little sensitive. Oh my goodness. I'm also thinking of doing Maverick stuffed animals, Maverick plushies. If you guys are interested in that, they will be on our website soon at livepositively.com. It's down in my description below. That is the website where you can buy all my dog treats and cat treats. But Maverick, these are not for you. These are not dog treats and cat treats. What is this? These are flies. These are for geckos, and you're not a gecko, senor. So let's go see these geckos. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm pretty sure they're probably ready to eat because they just come out of their eggs about 2 days ago, and we still got more to go. Let's see here. I'm just gonna dump in a couple of these flies and see if they start eating. There are so many of them. The flies are escaping. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, he tried. That's a big meal for a little guy. Whack. He got it. He got his first meal, guys, in his belly, in his system there. Oh, he's going after another one. I assumed that these would work. Oh, there's one coming in. He doesn't even know there's a baby. Oh my goodness. Look at that. He just whacked him. These guys are little dinosaurs, little crazies, just these little tiny fragile house geckos. You know what? I'm gonna put more flies in because this is just so cool to watch. But what we've gotta do is we have to open this up. We're gonna have to get this tray here. Come on. Leftover baby in there. Come on, get out of there so we can inspect this. Okay, oh, there it goes. Let's make sure we're not crushing anyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we're locked in. Once you open this, it's like a can of worms. I wanna get these guys down. Get out of there. Sorry that it's a little harsh, but what would be more harsh is if I closed you in this lid, wouldn't it? Okay, there he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting, counting, counting. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we are locked in. Locking it up. These fruit flies are escape artists. They're so tiny. We really only have one native gecko species here in Florida, which is the reef gecko. He's a little guy, looks like this. But these house geckos are so cool. Let's watch them eat. These guys are just crazy. Now, really, in the wild, they would be nocturnal hunters, meaning they'd only be active at night. During the day, they'll be in some dark crevice. That's what keeps them safe. And then at night, they'd come out, and that's when they can hunt. Their eyes are developed to see better at night. So basically, how we see in the daytime is how these guys see at night. They can see all these little bug movements. And watching these guys eat is just so crazy. This is their first meal out of the egg, and bringing that up, we have to look through these eggs and see which ones are still going to hatch. So we've got half of them have already hatched. I'm gonna try to get a phone light and handle these guys. You can actually see if the egg is still, if there's still something going on in there. We've got one of the eggs here. I don't know if it's coming out for you guys. Maybe one of the next eggs will be better. We've got to find that air bubble. It's right there on the top of the egg. If I move my hands, there's a little tiny air bubble there. We might be able to see it on one of the next ones, but that means we've got to face this egg facing upward just like that. Oh, there's definitely something going on inside of this egg. Oh yeah, we can see, I could see the baby gecko inside of there. Look at this, guys. Okay, so there's the head. You see the two eyes there? Look at this. That other one might be a dud, but you can see the gecko is inside of there. There's two eyes. His snout is facing that way. If we roll him, look, you can see his whole body in there.
Oh, look at his tail.
Look, that is a tail right there. There's a tail. Oh, there's his head right there. That's his head. So cool, guys. I feel like a character in Jurassic Park dealing with dinosaur eggs. I don't know why I feel that way, but that's just like the first thought that comes to mind. I've never really messed with reptile eggs before. Oh, we've got so many babies here. They're doing so well. Right there, those two circles are their eyes. And they are just developing so quickly. So we're gonna finish up with these eggs. And I also have another invasive gecko that I wanna show you inside. Look at this. Just one of the craziest invasives we have here. Another gecko. Look at that big eye. Again, a nocturnal hunter. Most geckos are. And just this crazy mouth here, which is meant for crushing anything that comes by this guy. These guys will eat smaller geckos like those house geckos once they're full size. These guys will basically eat anything, roaches, crickets, flies, anything that comes on that wall or tree that they're hunting. And there is a big invasive problem with these guys. And again, they're bigger geckos, but they don't really pose a threat to much of our native wildlife here. So they kind of thrive here, and I like seeing them, but they don't belong here. So this will probably be given to one of my friends, or maybe Sean, the videographer, might be keeping him. But just a crazy, beautiful boy here. Look at the toe pads. He's got a hook, this claw end, and he's also got these sticky pads. All these little ribbings help him to stick on I cannot get him off my thumb here unless I really yank. I have to contort it and mess it around. But he can stick right to that wall right there on that flat surface, and he can just sit there, wait for a bug, and whack! He'll eat it right down the gullet there, and these guys have a really powerful bite. You do not want to get bit by these. Sean got bit the other day. He's got little teeth in there too. Not a fun bite, but let me show you another invasive lizard we caught the other night. Look at this big mean boy. I think we're gonna name him Crush because he has such vibrant oranges like Orange Crush soda, and I'm sure he's gonna crush some crickets and some grasshoppers and anything that comes in his way. This is a beautiful veiled chameleon boy. I think he's just gorgeous, and you guys can see him on my Instagram. If you follow me down below, then you guys can see him on different social medias and how we caught him. I'm also on TikTok if you guys are on there. Just look at the stunning colors on this guy. He's got all sorts of vibrant blues, green, orange, yellow, just basically any color in the rainbow. I don't really know if he's got too many reds, but one thing I just noticed about the veiled chameleon, I've caught these guys many times, they have panels on the left and right sides right here. He might turn and want to get me right there. Those things can flare up when he's head on with you and make him look more aggressive. So crazy to see this animal do that. Now I don't think he's inclined to bite me. This is one of the most beautiful veiled chameleons I've seen. One of the most perfect examples of the species. If you're trying to look for a beautiful picture of a veiled chameleon from Yemen and Saudi Arabia, this is your guy, and he does not like me being face to face with him. But we're gonna build him an amazing closure, and we're also going to do a feeding video on him. So if you wanna see that, you're gonna have to subscribe. Comment down below some name suggestions. We're not too sure, but Crush is sounding like it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hey, how about you don't look at me like that? You're kind of freaking me out. A bite from him would not feel good. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification icon. If I'm missing anything else, do those too, and I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Peace.